I'm just getting home and I am so excited because this week we get to do the big room reveal. You guys know that we've been working on our playroom / homeschool room, and today's the day when I get to show it to you. Many of you guys know that we homeschool full-time, and for the last month or two, we've been in the process of transitioning it from a little kid room to a big kid room. And so it used to, of course, just be the playroom. It was glorious. We have so many happy memories in there of the kids being tiny, me teaching them kindergarten, playing with cars. We had so many crafts. Oh my gosh, so many crafts. We had so many awesome preschool toys, and recently I decluttered those with you, and that was super fun to revisit all of those memories. And of course, throughout it all, I've been sorting and decluttering and organizing and letting go of different books and toys and different things that the kids have really outgrown. So it's transitioned now from a playroom to a full-time, big kid homeschool room. We really felt like that room above the garage was the reason that we built this house. And it was our dream house. Ben and I were married in the same year. And so we look back and we're like, oh my gosh, it felt so big at the time because we didn't have a family yet. But then as we began to have our kids, and then unexpectedly we began homeschooling, that was sort of a fun, plot twist from God. And it was that room above the garage that we were just like, wow, that is such a fun room. It's so flexible. It can do so many different things, and it really gets things off of the main level. Being that I have sort of that minimalist mindset, which at the time I don't even know if I knew that's what it was called, but I really liked the idea of having space really match the function of the room. So when I thought about having children, I loved the idea of having toys and books and a play space that was off of the main level, and I felt so thankful to have that kind of space and for it to be finished in such a cute way. So it used to be that it was orange and lime green and really, really cute, teal blue. And we had a chalkboard for a really long time for the kids to practice their letters. Our very first homeschool experiences were definitely in that room, and I have so many happy memories. The kids have played in there for years and years and years. And what's fun about that is that when they have a huge Lego setup, it can stay. It's out of sight, it's out of the way. We're able to have our busy family life. It's not like we have to clean off the kitchen table to have dinner. They can actually leave these creative toys up and really enjoy them for weeks at a time and build on, and it has really just allowed for a lot of creativity. I'm gonna just take you up there now, and I can't wait to show you the different areas of the space. Okay, so here we go. We are coming up the steps. This is the stairs leading up to the place above our garage. So this is our new playroom. The room just has so much wonderful natural light. So in the morning, we have sun that comes in from the window behind this fun egg chair. And then in the afternoon, we have this wonderful south-facing sun that pours in through these 3 beautiful windows that are above our whiteboard, which used to be the chalkboard. So we did do the whiteboard ourselves. We actually just went down to Home Depot and we got our own little whiteboard kit. And it has been a wonderful addition to our homeschool room. I would say that Ruby is doing algebra on that whiteboard on the regular. And in fact, recently she was puppy sitting and the puppy came over. And so he was next to her while she was doing algebra. It was so cute. So we definitely have some different spaces that are sort of intentionally created in this space. And of course, number one is the play. We want that playroom to be part of our lives as long as possible. I'm a huge believer in play. My boys still very much play with toys, and so those are organized in those 2 bins that we decided to stack. So originally in our more kid space, we had those next to each other, but it took up so much floor space, and we decided we really wanted this room to feel open and spacious and airy, and we had the room to stack them on top of one another. I really like how we organized it. The boys put the toys that they use the most towards the bottom where they can easily reach, and then obviously the ones that we don't use as often or that we want to store for a possible foster care placement, we've put those more towards the top, so I can easily get those with a step stool if I really need to. Well, I'm still dreaming about kind of a cuter version of the bins. So what I have going on right now are these really cute rectangular bins that were originally from the Container Store, but they're fraying and I've had to like definitely bless and release several of them. I'm just thinking like if there's room in the budget, I could go back to the Container Store maybe with one of them and see if there's a similar size that they might have, but it's definitely a want and not a need. Functionally, they're doing the job. And then you'll see that we have this IKEA setup with cupboards and books and drawers and storage. And so again, this is where I store like a lot of the books that we use on a more regular basis. And then below, I have some toys that I still need to sort through that were more from like the preschool ages. So we did some of that together before the painters came. And then I still have another side of the bookcase to get through. But you know, it's an easy yes or no because so many of them, it's clear, like we're done with these. So I can easily make that part of my summer clean out list. And I do have a summer project list. I don't know if there's any other moms that like think about all the projects that they want to do during the year, but as a homeschool mom, I am really, really busy. And so it's really tricky to find time, like a large block of time for different projects. So I kind of reserve that for summer. And one of those is definitely going through the remainder of the bins. So I really love our world map. I did splurge and I got a replacement from the last one that we had. It was tearing at the corners. So I ordered one from Amazon, but like beware, it was totally the wrong size. It was like tiny, a tiny map, just tiny. And I was like, this is not gonna work for us. So I returned it. I got the correct size this time. I'm kind of excited because it's an updated political map, so I think it's more accurate than the one that we had before. Whenever we read a story, we find it on the map and I mark it sometimes with a little post-it flag of where that story took place. And I have just found like the map being on the wall and easy to access has just made for just a lot of like off-the-cuff education. And it's really fun because on Fridays we have trivia day and a lot of times there's a geography question. I let the kids go up to the map and find it because I feel like it's really important to be able to find information in a hard copy way, right? Like we cannot Google everything. I should hang that up as a quote. So I want my kids to be able to read a map. I want them to be able to find locations from different stories or different history books that we're reading. Moving on to like my signature piece, this would be the egg chair. I decided that one major theme of this room that I wanted it to just be made for was reading. I don't know about you, but when I look at that egg chair, I just want to like curl up with a book and a blanket and like snuggle in. And I was hoping that my kids would still read with me and snuggle with me, and they do, yay! So I think I've got a couple more years, at least with my boys, where we can sit both of us comfortably on the chair. And I also wanted it to be just really inviting and fun. And so my goal was to create reading spaces that also had a bit of whimsy. And so I think we did it. Ginger, of course, being the princessy dog that she is definitely interested in laying on that at times. So we just cover it with a blanket and then she can have her like fantastic nap while we are doing school. And the media area is really like a love seat sofa that I picked up at the local consignment store. It was brand new with tags, and then we just added a throw pillow from Target and called it good. We were then able to take the bookcase that we had from IKEA that we had standing vertically. We simply flipped it horizontally to become our new sort of like media console. We do have math curriculum that utilizes a DVD. I do like to be able to pull that up, and then I also love to do documentaries. One of my goals this coming school year is to do like a day where we do a documentary. Sort of doing a delight-driven approach, but just, again, nice to have that ability to set them up with something. It's a nice place to kind of flex with. When I turned the bookcase, then I just reorganized the books and I just have them kind of organized by topics. So I just sort of sorted it. I didn't make it like an official library. I know a lot of you amazing homeschool moms out there have like everything coded and color coded. That is not what I did, but I did sort it so that I can easily find books that I really enjoy. It was really fun to focus in on some decor. So honestly, we just went to Hobby Lobby and found found some really great quotes. And then I was taking my kids out for ice cream for the end of the year, and we literally just like popped into this little boutique that was like 3 doors down from the ice cream shop, and she had this gorgeous piece that says "He turns tides." And I had been searching and searching for like something that had impact, and I was just like, oh my gosh, God, you're so good. This is it. That was my ice cream treat. You know, teachers need an end of the year treat too. I was like, this is what I need to put up on the wall because it is full of truth. I want this room to be filled with hope, and I want it to reflect that God can do anything, that He can change any situation, and He is Lord of it all. I just found it like simple and yet super inspiring, and so it just like really spoke to my heart. And then I checked in with the kids and they were like, that is awesome. There's one wall left that I have yet to put something on. I'm thinking of ordering from Etsy a pin board of the United States of America, and then just having little pins of all the places that we've been. I really want my kids to know all of the states and capitals, and so that's something that we memorized this past year. Now I'd really like to keep track of where we go and then kind of form our bucket list, you know, because they're just growing so much. Why do they have to keep growing? All in all, we are just so happy with how everything turned out. I'm really happy too that like budget-wise, we were able to really be minimal as well. Our goal was to keep this very inexpensive and kind of organized it with like splurge pieces. The egg chair from Target was definitely like a splurge piece. Honestly, I kept my whole school set up with the IKEA stuff that I already had. I just shifted it in the room. The new map was minimal. We got our couch from consignment, so that also was really minimal. And it just really worked to go to Hobby Lobby and get some inexpensive like decor and artwork that also inspired us. Really about picking and choosing things that matter to you. And I also just really enjoyed the process of like doing it with my kids. So it was really fun to just involve them, get their feedback, kind of like try on different things and like, okay, what do you guys think about this? And what about this? They helped us paint and touch up those toy bins. And so it was just all in all like a really cool family experience. While there's a little bit of like bittersweetness to it, I will be honest, like most of it is joy. I have found now that I'm like on the other side of the space being remodeled and we're here, like before and after it's done, I can just really enjoy and celebrate where they are at. I hope you've enjoyed growing with us and our space, and I'm excited to share more updates with you as it evolves.